So yeah, today I was watching, I've been doing the whole review of a YouTube channel. So it's a channel called Messy Stories. It's with a man and his girlfriend, and they watch TikTok videos and basically give their input on what a person recounts. So this time I literally watch them almost every day. But today there was a young lady who was on there, and she lost, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was $650,000. She started a business. I think it was a hair company business. She started a business, and then she said she began to drink heavily. It was a lot of things that was going on in her life at that time. She decided to move to Texas, and she started kind of spiraling. That was one thing that they brought up, and they was like, a lot of people say that they are moving to another city, but you're moving to another city, but it's still, if you haven't dealt with those demons that you had in the city that you were in, you're essentially taking it with you, which makes perfect sense. Some people, and you can move to another city and it appear that things are better for you, and they may actually be better, but you still have those things that you were battling. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. It was her struggle, okay? And it's something that I feel like if you are a Christian, you go through this constantly. The struggle between good and evil. And I talk about that when I talk about Kaveri a lot, and saying that he wanted better. It was just a bad situation that he was caught in. But oftentimes, and this is with somebody who I'm talking to, and I tell him constantly, like, all I know is God. That's anytime somebody tells me something, I'm gonna tell you to pray on it. Some people say, I remember one of my best friends, Simone, she said, I don't think God talked to me. I say, God definitely talks to you. Now, are you being still enough to hear what he's saying? Because if you constantly on the go, ripping and running, you're not gonna catch it. You're not gonna catch it. You're not. You have to be. God says in the scripture, be still and know that I am. So he telling you to sit down. Yeah, he tells you to sit down. So in telling you to sit down, you are able to hear and know and understand what's going on in the world around you and how he's trying to guide you. But what I will also say, hold on, this is my sister. She ain't want nothing. So the thing is, and I suffer from this myself, and I feel like, I don't know. I'm often told, I overanalyze things, and perhaps I do, but I feel like a lot of times people don't go to God in fear of what he's going to tell us. Because in our mind, we already know what we want the outcome to be. But is this the same outcome that he wants it to be? And I think that's the issue a lot of times. So a lot of times we negate going to God, especially if we're doing something that we know we have absolutely no business doing. If we know we ain't got no business doing something, yeah, we try to bypass God because we already know. You innately know that, hey, this is something that I'm not supposed to be doing. So if I go to God, God definitely gonna tell me that I need to, God ain't about to bless no mess. We gonna say that. He's not. So, who called me? I had a missed call, y'all. Oh, that was my sister. Y'all, who phone be on Do Not Disturb is me, okay? I'm gonna protect my peace and call back whoever I need to. That's why she called this phone. So, what I was about to say, but a lot of times we don't continue those prayers or don't continue on that road because, and I remember, Yana Van Zandt has a book, and I still have not completed that book, okay? Because she says on the 3rd or 4th day, because it's one of those 100 days, I can't remember how many days it is, but she says that the work is going to get hard. When the work gets hard, you're going to want to give up. No lie, I did. Because once you start facing the facts and being honest with yourself, my God, on today, it's different. It's real different. Yeah, it's real different. But that young lady's story, she had a powerful story. She turned her life around. She was like, I had that Jezebel spirit on her. She actually was introduced to, it was an older man that she ended up starting to talk to. And, you know, things worked out in her favor. And she was able to turn her life around and reclaim her business. And I'm really happy for that, especially, it's always good. And your life always, so one thing about the devil will be a blessing. It appears as a blessing. And that's what she said. She said she wasn't tithing. She said she was still praying here and there. But as a Christian, you know, hey, at some point, the ball gonna drop. Because it's only for so long that he gonna let you just wild out. He gonna tap you on your shoulder and be like, you know what? All right, enough is enough. And come and listen. I will see if I can tag that video that I have that said how God whooped my behind. Yeah. You think a parent's whooping, and I didn't get whooped by my parents. But you think a parent's whooping is bad? My God, on today, when God take his hand off of you and just let you go, because you already think you going, hey, listen, baby, that's a different type of hurt. I'm talking about, yeah, it feel like shaking baby syndrome. Yeah, that's what I would say the equivalency of it is. Shaking baby syndrome. Just, Lord have mercy. Because when he shake you, ooh, my God, yeah, it ain't nothing nice. It is nothing nice. But I'm going to tag the video and the message stories. I hope you all go and subscribe to them, because when I tell you, they have some very interesting stories. I just watched another one about a lady who her son was murdered. There was no closure in, wait, did she say let somebody? I don't think anybody ever got arrested. No, nobody ever got arrested for her son's murder. Y'all, people are really crazy. Do you know he is in the middle of the street, like you still trying to go, and you literally see that these people are, I can't stand people. Amber's gonna talk about me like a dog. But I just, yeah, it was a really, really, when I say really, really, really good one, it was a really good one. And they always have good, like, in their dialogue, I love their dialogue, you know. But one thing that I do absolutely love about the Message Stories channel, baby, they are going to reference God. Yes, they're going to tell you to give it over to God. As a African American man and woman, they constantly preach about therapy and how therapy is needed. Yes, our community needs it. Listen, from coming off of slavery, listen, I don't know. Yeah, it's something that's definitely deep seated, and I need to make me I need to make me an appointment with my therapist too. I miss her. I love you, Mr. Carl. I've been busy, but I'm coming back. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about, was just, listen, when you pray, you have to be ready. And I think a lot of times people they don't want that. We want it, but we scared about what the answer gonna be. Because I know, listen, coming from a person, because you know, especially when you know that you are operating outside of the will of God, yeah, you know, you just like, nah, I don't even want, you be like, I don't want, I'm gonna do you become a bare minimum Christian. When I say bare minimum, you saying your grace, you saying your prayers before you go to bed, you saying them in the morning, you do bare minimum. I forgot what my papa used to call it. He called them holiday Christians. That's when you come to church on Easter, Mother's Day, and Christmas. Yes, that's the holiday Christians. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. I want you all please to go watch the message stories and go look at the young lady. It's a couple of them that I loved. But yeah, love you guys.